If you're a small business owner that feels extremely confused about how to actually do well marketing your business on Instagram, I'm here today to help you clear some things up. Hello, my name is Casey and I am obsessed with social media marketing. And today I'm going to share with you 3 secrets that I use to help my clients get a 300% increase in engagement on their Instagram. And number 3 is going to really surprise you. So get your pen and paper ready to take notes and let's dive into it. Starting off with number 1, I have noticed a lot of business owners typically spend their time in Canva creating graphics that promote whatever sale or offer they might have going on that season. And while there's not anything necessarily wrong with this at all, there is a better approach that you can take if you want to increase the engagement on your Instagram. And that starts with storytelling. As humans, we are psychologically primed to care about stories. That's what hooks our attention. It's what draws us in emotionally. And it's how we can see ourselves in the marketing content that brands create. Stories entertain us. They put us in a completely new reality. They help us see and feel and understand possibilities that we might not have ever even thought of. But most importantly, they grab our attention. Stories are what connect us to our favorite influencer or cause us to keep watching Netflix every night to binge our favorite show. Because stories show us the emotionality and the meaning behind the media. I could go on and on about the importance of storytelling in your content. But how do you actually do it? I have a video on my 5-part brand storytelling framework that you can go watch, but to just give you an overview of it right now, number 1, you have to set the stage. You have to describe what is going on that led people up to a certain event, and number 2, the problem or tension that is created. Once the setting is described and the problem is introduced, we focus on number 3, the trials and tribulations that our main character goes through in order to get to the other side. Which brings us to the 4th part of the storytelling framework, which is the solution or the overcoming of that problem. Basically, how the main character was able to tackle what was in front of them. And then once you've presented that solution, you move on to number 5, how your brand ties into that solution. This is a very simple framework that you can apply to almost any aspect of your marketing materials for your business, and I'm certain that if you do, they will get so much more engagement. Now, let's move on to number 2. The second way that I was able to 3x my clients' engagement on Instagram is by focusing on showing faces. Remember earlier how I mentioned I've noticed a lot of business owners spending time in Canva creating promotional graphics. Now, I am personally a fan of graphic design and I do it a lot in my work. But if you want to create social media content that actually grabs people's attention and keeps their engagement, you need to show the real faces, the real humans behind your work. That could look like getting on camera and doing talking head videos like this. Many companies do this well by creating a mascot for their brand if they don't want to have one singular human representing them. And having a mascot is a great way to have some sort of cartoon character or figure to represent your brand if you are not comfortable being on camera. Showing faces could also look like having the employees behind your business be more visible in your social media presence. One way that you could do this quite easily is by having a content shoot where you take photographs of people in their day-to-day work, and then you can work those photographs into the graphic designs that you're already creating in Canva. But the main point of this is we want to be as human-centered as possible because that's what we care about. So try to incorporate faces, characters, actual people in your content as much as possible. And I promise it will skyrocket your engagement. And lastly, we have number 3. This is the third way that I was able to triple the engagement for my Instagram client, and that is a signature series. And I think this is the most important aspect of this video that you're watching here today, because we're not focused on gimmicks, we're not focused on virality or following trends. We're focused on building a strong, recognizable, and reputable brand. And having a signature series is chef's kiss, one of the best ways to establish your brand and show who you are. But what does that look like? Now, the particular client that I was working with that I was able to get these results for was a local salon here in my city. Now, service-based businesses like salons typically require a high amount of trust from their customer. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want just anyone touching my hair. I want to make sure this person is skilled. I want to make sure I vibe with this person. I want to make sure they know what they're doing so that way I trust in them to give me a good result. So with all of that in consideration, the signature series that I decided to produce for them was a Meet Your Stylist series. We did this in an interview style where I gave them a microphone and I was asking them questions that helped me, 1, get to know their background and personality a little bit, but 2, also showcased their skills as a professional. And this was so wildly successful. So my client went from posting these random promotional graphics to producing this signature series that showcased their professionalism and their personality, and the results were astounding. They received a 300% increase in engagement within 2 weeks of us starting this series. They gained hundreds of new followers, and these particular posts had more shares and comments than any other post on their profile because we focused on storytelling, showing faces, and showcasing professionalism through this series. So if you're looking to level up your Instagram presence and create more connections and engagement and opportunities through your social media, try these 3 tips out and let me know how they work for you. And if you need help with implementation or you want to be hands-off entirely, leave it in the hands of a professional, you can always DM me on Instagram at Casey Farmer Marketing. I always price according to project scope, so I'm certain we can come up with something within your budget. So you can finally attract more ideal clients and get 3 times more engagement on your social media. Let me know if this was helpful in the comments, okay? Bye!